So here's our current challenge. Fly from LA to New York, shoot about 5 corporate talking head interviews, make them look good, but do it all with carry-on baggage. Is it possible? Are you nuts? Who could do such a thing? That's crazy. That's career suicide. I know. I used to think the same thing. I used to lug this duffel bag all over the world, jam-packed with a studio's worth of gear, and at the end of the day, I mean, back is tweaked, chiropractor's getting richer, and it's not saving me any time or money. So I wanted to try something brand new for this New York endeavor. I want to see if we could condense everything in that 30-inch check-on roller bag into a 21-inch carry-on bag. Now, I'd still have 2 bags. I'd have my camera bag, and I'd have my new studio in a 21-inch bag. I'm not going to limit myself because this is a corporate client. They still expect quality work. So once again, we're going into this with the mindset of a minimal amount of gear to produce maximum results. You think we can do it? Let me introduce you to my well-traveled friend here. This is a great bag. You might think I'm a fool for not taking it, but I feel like a fool for taking this fool bag. I've done that already. I've lugged it, honestly, all over the world, and it's been a great bag. I've been able to fit so much gear in it. Light stands, tripod, tons of lights, cables, and my clothes, grip equipment, bug spray. As good as those memories are, and we have some pretty special memories together, that big lug and me, it's time for new world thinking. So move over, fool, and meet Chow. Look at this saucy little number. Picked it up at Costco, and I really love the design of this bag. You see, it's kind of squat. It's 21 inches. It's tall, but it's narrow. So it's perfect as you're building your vertical kit. Usually the base layer are my light stands and a tripod. Then from there, throw in some stingers, then lights, some grip equipment, tripod head, and the cherry on the top, my fancy threads. That's right. I'm not going to skimp when it comes to looking good on the set. I don't use my 20% off coupons at Kohl's just willy-nilly. I do it to show off my style. Is that enough? Can I move on? Okay. So to review, this is not just our mobile studio bag. This is also a bag we're throwing our clothes in, our toiletries in, and it's blowing our mind, right? I mean, come on. We are taking what should be a painful, lobotomizing experience, dealing with baggage claim and lost bags and all that nonsense, and we're liberating that experience, giving your life back, hours where you could get into that city and start drinking before your shoot and not have your bags to worry about. You're welcome. So there it is, all packed up and ready to fly. Like I said, we'll also have this camera bag to go with us. What I love about this camera bag is its shape. I'll be flying on a larger plane, so that's not going to be a real issue. But on smaller planes, the regional jets, because this nose of the bag is tapered, it's able to fit into those small overhead bin containers. On the camera side, I'll be shooting with a Canon C100 Mark II with all the usual paraphernalia. Okay, we're all packed up and ready to test this crazy theory in New York. I mean, it's only my ass on the line here if it doesn't work, so don't worry about it. I'm willing to take one for the team in order to advance the science of carry-on storytelling. I'll see you in New York. "10 stories high above Times Square, the bags and I made it to New York. Crack this baby open, see what we got to work with. We got some stingers, 3 light stands, tripod and head, 3 lights, and some grip equipment. Almost worse than the uncertainty of a mail-order bride are the locations we're forced to use on a corporate shoot. But much to my pleasant surprise, unlike Svetlana back in '93, I was treated to this party hall. Oh my goodness, look at that carpet. That looks like a still frame from a motion graphics background from the Digital Juice collection back in 1998. All you old-timers are probably lightly snickering right now, because you know it's true. And take a look at these babies. There's our 3 lights we're working with. For our key, we've got a nice aperture 1x1 LED panel. We're going to blast that through almost 4-foot translucent umbrella. We've got my new favorite light, which I'll talk about at another time. A wonderful 1x1 LED fabric light panel that you can roll up and put in your pocket. And a small little light panel for a fill, because it's so darn cute. You might be thinking, well, why not just use all that natural light pouring in from the windows? Nah, sorry. Can't. That light fell off so quickly that I would have had to been pushed right up against those dirty windows to make that work. So I wanted to create some separation from the windows and the background and supplement the natural light with our key. And you'll see the fabric LED light panel off in the back to provide a nice soft ring light, hair light. And over to the side, we have our small LED panel, mightily providing fillage, whether we need it or not. Lately, I haven't been using a lot of fill light, except if I'm shooting a female. And it, of course, depends on the mood of the interview and the tone. Because you've suffered through this video this long, I think you deserve a power tip. When you're conducting interviews, which the client wants to be part of, naturally they're going to want to put their chair right next to yours so you can hold hands and gaze deeply into their eyes, which I never recommend if you want repeat business. It just crosses so many lines. Unless it doesn't, and more power to you. The problem with this setup, if you're not working with an on-camera professional, the interviewee will look back and forth with their gaze. Their eyeballs will dart to you, then to the client, and back and forth. And does that look trustworthy when you're watching an interview? We want to avoid the shifty eye syndrome. So let's shift the chair school bus style, right in back of yours. So if the interviewee does want to look at the client, well, they have to look through you to them, maintaining that solid eye line so their gaze doesn't shift. We're all set up. I think it's time for our first victim. For the first interview, we tried shutting the shades on the windows, and this is what we came up with. It's okay. It's not too bad, but I definitely preferred the results when we raised the shades and were able to use that natural light as a background. Not bad for a roller bag's worth of gear, yeah? Yes, success! I think we pulled it off. The 3 lights held up. We were able to capture some good-looking images. I mean, sure, you can always do more with more. I mean, that's not groundbreaking. That's not going to wake Granny up from her gin-soaked slumber. Come on. What we're trying to do here as Carry-On Storytellers, achieve maximum results with a minimal amount of gear. It takes practice, it takes skill, but the payoff is so worth it. That's it for this one. I'm Jeff McIntyre, and Carry On, Storytellers. So this is the part where I shamelessly beg you to please hit like and subscribe to the channel. It would just mean the world to me. And with more subscribers, I may actually be able to reduce my dose of Prozac. So thank you.